Welcome to episode 19 of the 5-Minute Investor Podcast. I'm Jonathan Brown with Stockhouse and the Market Online. Trevor Abez is off this week, so it'll be up to me to highlight two major Canadian companies that are driving our transition to a greener economy. One from the energy sector and one from the materials/tech sector. Both highlight their innovations, challenges, and investment potential. Now, these two companies might seem worlds apart. One's a global infrastructure giant, the other a high-tech innovator. But they're united by a powerful theme: Canada's transition to a low-carbon economy. Let's start with Brookfield Renewables. It trades in the TSX under the symbol BEP. Based in Toronto, Brookfield is one of the largest publicly traded renewable power platforms on the planet. We're talking hydro, wind, solar, and energy storage. Over 25,000 megawatts of installed capacity across 5 continents. That's serious scale. What makes Brookfield especially interesting is its business model. It focuses on long-term power purchase agreements, which means steady, predictable cash flow. For investors, that translates into reliable dividends and lower volatility, something that's pretty rare in the energy space. Brookfield isn't just sitting on its assets either. It is actively acquiring and developing new projects in high-growth markets, positioning itself to benefit from the global push towards net zero emissions. If you're looking for a stable, income-generating stock with a green twist, Brookfield ought to be on your radar. Now let's shift gears to something a little more futuristic. Ballard Power Systems. That one trades on the TSX under the ticker BLDP. Ballard is based in Burnaby, British Columbia, and works in hydrogen fuel cell technology. Its fuel cells are already powering buses, trucks, trains, and even ships in places like Europe, China, and across North America. Unlike Brookfield, Ballard is still in its growth phase. The company is not profitable yet, and the stock can be volatile, but what it offers is pure innovation. Hydrogen fuel cells could be a game changer for industries where batteries just don't cut it. Think long-haul trucking, heavy machinery, and marine transport. Ballard's partnerships with major manufacturers and governments show that there's real momentum behind hydrogen. And if the hydrogen economy takes off the way many experts predict, Ballard could be at the center of it. So what do these two companies have in common? They represent two sides of the same coin. Brookfield is building the infrastructure for a renewable-powered world, while Ballard is developing the technology that could revolutionize how we use that power, especially in transportation and industry. Together they offer a fascinating snapshot of Canada's role in the global energy transition. One is a steady hand, the other a bold bet on the future. If you're an investor, a climate enthusiast, or just curious about where the world is headed, these are two companies worth watching. Again, Brookfield Renewables trades in the TSX under the symbol BEP within the 34 to 35 Canadian dollar range in July, and has risen nearly 6% since the beginning of this year. Ballard Power Systems trades in the TSX under the ticker BLDP within the 220 to 260 Canadian dollars a share range this month, and is up more than 8% since the year began. If you want to know more about the companies featured, you can find them online at bep.brookfield.com and ballard.com. That's it for this episode of the 5-Minute Investor and our look at green giants of the North. Trevor will be back next week full of ideas for episode 20, when we will give you two more stocks that have caught our eye for their investment potential.
As always, you can find links to the articles from today's episode in the show notes, and you can find more investing insights on Stockhouse and the Market Online. The 5-Minute Investor is on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Stockhouse, or wherever finer podcasts are found. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on Monday. The material provided in this podcast is for information only and should not be treated as investment advice. For full disclaimer information, please visit themarketonline.ca/disclaimer.